Welcome to the Northwest Cup Series race number 11 in season number 4. It's the championship cutoff from the playoffs, so 12 drivers will be eliminated into 4 here today. Very interesting race as it's another super speedway cutoff here in the Northwest Cup Series, this race being Atlanta. They added more lines to the track, put the green wheels on for the Quaker State 400, and the fans are ready here in attendance to see this great race as we get ready for your starting lineup. On pole, it's Ryan Blaney next to best friend Chase Elliott. In row number 2, it's Martin Truex Jr. next to Kyle Larson. Behind them, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Brad Keselowski. Then Alex Bowman and Christopher Bell. Running off your top 10, it's the last winner here, Chase Briscoe and William Byron. Chris Buescher and Kyle Busch round off row number 6. In row number 7, it's Kurt Busch and Daniel Suarez. In row number 8, it's AJ Allmendinger and Denny Hamlin. Row 9, Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick. Corey LaJoie and Tyler Reddick ran off for your top 20. The 32 of Joey Gase is next to Cole Custer in the 41. Eric Almirola and Austin Dillon. In row 13, Ryan Newman and Eric Jones. Row 14, Bubba Wallace and Ross Chastain. Running off your field, it's Matt DiBenedetto and BJ McLeod. Now for ones to watch. Ryan Blaney's on pole. He's your last week winner as well. Excited to see if he can go back-to-back here in the Northwest Cup Series. Behind them, Chase Briscoe, who's a bit of a long shot to make it into the Championship 4, depending on the points from last week. But here's your last winner here at Atlanta. Excited to see how he can do today. Then Cole Custer, really far back in points, but he thinks he can win since he's had such great luck at the super speedways this season. Look for Cole Custer at the end of this race to hopefully make the Championship 4. The green flag's in the air. We're racing here in Atlanta. Through turns 1 and 2, Ryan Blaney gets ahead of Chase Elliott just a little bit, as here comes Chase Elliott up the outside lane with that Chevrolet help from Kyle Larson. Martin Truex Jr. right behind Ryan Blaney, as Blaney blocks up the top and lines up with best friend Chase Elliott. Elliott takes a peek to the bottom. He's going to get clear for the lead, but here comes Blaney with help from Keselowski behind. 2x2 for the lead. Elliott clears, but here comes Blaney to the outside with another huge run from Keselowski. Elliott has momentum on the bottom once again, but it looks like they're dropping back now. William Byron drops down in front of his two teammates as well. Ryan Blaney's clear for the lead in 4, though. Oh, trouble behind AJ Allmendinger up into Ross Chastain, and we have a big wreck on the back straightaway. Looks like 6 cars pile up, and it looks like Kevin Harvick might have something to do with it. But you see BJ McLeod there, Matt DiBenedetto, AJ Allmendinger, Ross Chastain. Oh, Bubba Wallace and Joey Gase to the inside wall as well, as a big wreck here, taking out 6 cars as the red flag has been displayed for the drivers. Let's see what happened here. AJ Allmendinger spins off the bumper of the 4 car. Maybe a bad bump from Harvick, and McLeod ping-pongs around on the racetrack and collects numerous cars. Yeah, DiBenedetto had nowhere to go. AJ Allmendinger Ross Chastain had nowhere to go. And McLeod, trying to avoid, hit the 32 and bounced back with the 23. Yeah, Bubba was trying to avoid. Might have gotten spun by the 10 of Eric Almirola, but crushed in the nose of that 23 machine there. Ross Chastain up in the air there as a 6-car pileup takes out numerous cars in the back of the field. Green flag's back in the air. It's Ryan Blaney leading them down once again. He has help from William Byron. He's going to try to get clear to his teammate on the outside. That's Brad Keselowski up the outside lane. Ryan Blaney and Keselowski clear for the lead over Byron, but here comes the Toyota Brigade up the outside lane. Martin Truex Jr. and Bell. Bell fakes low. Here comes Blaney to the outside. He slides a little bit. Here comes Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch as well to help their teammate and Daniel Suarez. Here comes Suarez up the outside lane with help from Denny Hamlin. He's got a good momentum up the outside lane to the side of Martin Truex Jr. Bell looks like he's going to have to block this one. Up the outside lane, here comes Suarez. Bell blocks. Bell almost gets turned. Suarez split 3 wide down the middle. Here comes Hamlin up the outside as well as Martin Truex Jr. is behind Bell. Side by side until lap 8 of 10. through turns 3 and 4. Here's Blaney. He's back. He's got lots of momentum with the 11. He leaves him out to dry. Here comes Ryan Blaney with huge push from Joey Logano. Oh, and he goes around. Martin Truex Jr. Huge hit into the outside wall. Blaney's on his side, and here's Kyle Busch. Looks like Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski, and Tyler Reddick also involved in the wreck. Hamlin's down to the inside wall. Kyle Busch took a huge late impact after getting spun off the nose of Stenhouse. And there's the rest of the cars that piled up. Yeah, Martin Truex Jr. is going to be out of a chance for a championship. So is Hamlin and Busch and Logano. So big wreck here that was very important to some title contenders as it takes out 8 cars. Oh, and look at the 18, just a late impact, and the 99 was on top of the 19, it looks like. But Logano gets caught up. Just a bad bump from Logano. And up the racetrack they go. Huge hit for the 18 of Kyle Busch. Martin Truex Jr. also took one of the nastiest hits of the season right there, I think. You see Blaney comes down and just hooks the 19. Oh, and Hamlin just stopped. Hamlin's car just stopped against the inside wall there. See it one more time here. As Ryan Blaney gets spun off the nose of the 22 and Martin Truex Jr. nowhere to go. And a bunch of title favorites taken out there as we're going to get ready to go back green with 2 laps to go. It's overtime, and Christopher Bell gets moved out of the way by Corey LaJoie. And here comes LaJoie to the bottom of the racetrack. Stenhouse up top as well. LaJoie's going to move up the racetrack. He blocks the momentum from Stenhouse. Comes back down. Elliott leaves him out to dry. Here comes Elliott to the inside as they head into the white flag lap. Here comes LaJoie. Here comes Bell. Here comes Stenhouse on the outside. Oh, Bell hooks the 47 and the 7 hard in the outside walls. Here comes the Hendrick team up the outside lane. Here comes Larson looking high, looking low. Larson clear for the lead. He's going to win and knock his way into the championship 4 as Christopher Bell spun off the corner as well. And what a wild last lap there as Kyle Larson wins here at Atlanta. And the 7 and the 47 took a hellacious hit to the outside wall here. See your replay. Chase Elliott in the lead, and Bell just moves up a little bit, and it hooks the 47 and the 7 into each other. Here comes Byron, and Elliott blocks it. But then Larson, looking high and looking low, gets under Chase Elliott and wins here in Atlanta and knocks his way in to the championship 4. And Elliott, all he had to do was just stay in front of the bottom lane, and he probably would have had more of a shot at winning and making the championship 4. But it's all said and done now. Kyle Larson is your winner here at Atlanta, and he makes the championship 4. Your top 5 is Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, and Chase Elliott. Now we're waiting for your final 4 results. Really silent day there for Chris Buescher. Didn't see him at all. Same with Austin Dillon. Those Hendrick cars, they stuck together and they got it at the end. And your championship 4 will be Larson, Blaney, Harvick, and Kurt Busch. Harvick and Kurt winning 2 times each. Larson and Blaney have 1 win apiece. So it'll be very interesting heading in to the final race of the next gen and the final race of season 4. Next race is at the fantasy track of Palm Beach. It's a short track, and we're going back to just the final 4 cars racing in the race. Just like season 1, to throw it back to the original Gen 6 race. I've been your commentator, Northwest, and thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Northwest Cup Series.